Let's have at it. And let's have it. Let's have at it. My name is Ben Cornett. Welcome to another edition of Have at It, episode 27. And tonight, as you can see on the bottom of the screen, it is a show about, well, anything. So let's have some futhermucking fun. How shall we? Anyway, now before I send the link to my usual guest, I sent the link out on the page announcing the show for this evening. So if anybody in the Ben Zone wants to get on tonight, feel free, have at it. The link is right there. You can get on. We'll put you on camera, and we can have some fun. So that's every Friday night. That's not just a one night offer. This offer is every week. So anybody that wants to come on, hang out, and have some fun, and have a little adult beverage, or if you don't drink, have a dry beverage, as they say. And just sit back, relax, and just have a good time. That's what Friday nights are for. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and send the link out to my original guest. But I wanted to, for everybody in the Ben Zone who's watching on YouTube, if you're a Ben Zone member, I want everybody to come on, and this is an offer. Come on, let's have fun. I'm not doing this for ratings. I'm not doing anything like that. The views are nice, yes, but I'm doing this just so we can have fun, have a conversation, talk about anything, except religion and politics. We keep that out, but anything else, it's no holds barred. So let's get it going here. Again, I am going to send the link out to my usual host, but like I said, the offer's there. If anybody wants to join, come on, feel free. Let's do it. So, how's everybody's Friday night doing? Mine is doing good. We're here tonight. I got my adult beverage already. As a reminder, this will not be the only adult beverage I'll have on me because, you can't just have one beer. I can't just have one beer when I'm talking to all you fine people out there. So, yeah, we got some comments already. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Let's see. Scott Thaler is first. Thank you, Scott. And he's second. He also said, I think I saw that guy's photo hanging at the post office. Okay. I wonder who you're talking about there. Mr. Johnny Dean in the house. He says, coffee for me tonight. Absolutely. That's fine. I know you don't drink, Johnny. I did send the link out to you, so you can hop on anytime here. And ladies and gentlemen, our first guest here tonight is Mr. Scott Thaler. Let me bring him in. Scott.
Party time.
Absolutely. How you doing, Mr. Red, White, and Blue?
I'm doing all right. I had to cover up my big arms because I don't want to make anybody jealous.
Oh, come on. You're not going to make anybody jealous but me, okay?
All right.
Do it for the credit. So what's up, Scott? What's going on tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Let's just celebrate our 45th wedding anniversary and went out yesterday.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We're disappointed in lunch yesterday, so I took my wife out for dinner tonight at Happy China. I had 3 plates and a plate of desserts too, so I'm quite full.
You got to live it up, man. This is your 45th, dude. How many 45th anniversaries are you going to have, right? So, pile those plates, man. That's all.
Wait, that's a hard question. Would it be 1 or would it be 45?
Well, you only celebrate your 45th anniversary once, so
okay.
Why not?
Thanks for clarifying that.
Oh yeah, no problem. When the beer kicks in, the clarifications I have to use more clarifications on sentences, so bear with me. Scott, what else is going on with you, man?
Not much. Been bantering back and forth with Johnny Dean today when I wasn't with my wife. I think I spent more time with Johnny than I did with my wife, but
ooh, that's not good. Yeah. That's not always a good thing, is it?
After 45 years, and I've only known Johnny for like 6-8 months, just in time for him to have.
Well, since you said his name 3 times like Beetlejuice, let me bring him in. And ladies and gentlemen, if Michael Keaton didn't get the role for Beetlejuice, it would have been this guy right here, live in his vehicle himself. Look at that, Mr. Johnny Dean's in the house. Johnny, how you doing tonight, man? Can you hear us? We can't hear you. Turn the volume up.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. What's going on, dude? Cheers.
You said what are we going to talk about tonight? Let's rip on everybody.
Well, we can talk about anything, bud. What's on your mind? As soon as you guzzle that coffee down.
Let's see.
I gotta get my drink.
Is that Scott in there?
Oh no, that's just your imagination. That's all.
I thought so. Man.
It's Scott in
there. You know, at this age, you know, everything gets kind of blurry and shit. So everybody looks like Scott now.
Hey, take it easy, man. Oh man, look at you. How do you like doing this in your car, or do you prefer the comfort of your own home?
Well, you know, I was getting a little bit jealous of Sean. You know, he looked all comfortable and shit. I got my AC kicked up. I got you right here. What else could you want, man?
Oh, we could add a better host.
I can start blowing.
Could add a better co-host.
Are you in the A-team van?
Here he goes with that A-team shit again. Here we go.
No, he's hanging out with Hans Gruber right now. Like, hey man, what? I heard
we gotta find out who Hans Gruber is.
Yeah, I saw them in the comments section last night.
Yeah, Hans Gruber got retired of about a year ago, and I don't know who's brought him back now.
Wow, like I remember him when I first came on your show.
Well, I know who it used to be, but it isn't that same person no more.
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying, I remember he used to troll in the comments like before. I'm like, ooh, first time I saw that guy in a while.
Was it Hans Gruber or Hans Goober?
Gruber from Die Hard, man. Come on.
I know what you're talking about. For crying out loud, you.
I don't know how you know your idea of a modern TV show is Bonanza. So I don't know, man.
Actually, it's Bachelor in Paradise.
Bachelor and Bachelorette. I got you. I got you.
Why not? Like, Johnny, how many episodes of The Bachelor have you seen?
0.
Don't lie. I know you saw about at least
0.
2 minutes.
0. I can't stand those reality shows like that. If I watch a reality show, it's Gold Rush, or I used to watch Deadliest Catch. I don't watch that anymore even. But
you don't watch
it's got to be something relatable to me. Like I watch
Jersey
Gold Rush
Shore?
because all the equipment they use is the same stuff I always ran. So, you know.
Oh, I thought you'd be like a Jersey Shore kind of guy. You know, like fist pumping.
Shit. All right, man.
I got a punchline for that, but I'm not going to say it on air.
Well, let's have at it. Why not?
I don't want you to get kicked off of YouTube.
You ain't gonna get kicked off YouTube, maybe Facebook, but YouTube is kind of lean.
We're on YouTube too, so
we might chase all of Ben's viewers off, but whatever.
Well, all of Ben's viewers, stay tuned because you might miss some good stuff coming up soon.
What are you drinking, Scott?
Crystal Light lemonade.
Well, you're drinking the hard stuff tonight.
Yeah, he's going hard. Go hard or go home, man.
But I did take 2 gummies. I did take 2 gummies though.
2 gummies? Or
Gummy gummies. There you go.
Gummies.
Melatonin gummies, not the others.
Somebody breaking into your vehicle, Sean? Or?
I'm trying to let them in, man, but they don't want to come in.
That's Sean trying to get in his vehicle.
Oh,
where is Sean? What's going on here?
I don't know. Said he was waiting for the show, but you know, maybe he's pulling a Ray or something.
Did you send it to his StreamYard or his
private chat?
I sent it to the Off the Rails messenger.
Well, a lot of people have that. I turn it off and on, off and on. I don't stay in it. I don't get notifications from it.
Yeah, let me try and send it. Hold on a second. Anything
if
can
I left
happen
that
live.
thing on all day long, my phone would just blow up.
Yeah, you guys keep me up at nighttime sometimes. I'm an old man. I go to bed early, and it's like forget to turn my volume down on my PC, and I'm laying in my recliner with a fan going and TV on, and all I hear is bing, 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 bing.
Bing, bing. Facebook
I turn my phone off when I go to bed.
Lots of laughs from Facebook user. Let me find out who that is. That may be
Corey or Slick.
No, it's Olga. Olga, thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it.
Hey, Olga, how you doing, dear?
She is a diehard Bucks fan from day one. She is ready for the season as am I, as is Johnny. I mean, Buccaneers, creamsicles. It's going to be a lot of fun this fall, man. Cannot wait.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you, Olga, for tuning in tonight. Appreciate that. So what else is going on? What else do we want to dive into that most shows would not dive into?
Would it be against the rules to talk about what's going on in Moscow right now?
Ooh.
Well, we're kind of hitting that political line there, Mr. Thaler. I mean, okay. I would prefer more like the pop. We could talk about the submarine thing now. With unfortunately 5 people.
Well, the Moscow thing might have more impact on us if they actually do. All right, Putin's sitting there with his finger on a nuke, right?
What?
And he's going to nuke his own country. His own country, man.
Yeah. I don't consider it political because it's not the United States. It's Russia. They invaded a country illegally and immorally. And
yeah. Well, again, anything that kind of crosses that political religious line, I tend to stay away from, just because it's it's a very touchy subject for some, not all, but for some.
Yeah. I was gonna let it lie, but Johnny went on, so he's egging me on. So
oh, you're blaming him now?
Yeah. Wow. Well, I blame you. It's like you start something and then I chime in and then I get in trouble. So
you're so easy to instigate, Ben says.
Did he say what I thought he said?
Instigate?
What the?
Sound like he said something with. I'm not going to go in that. That would get us kicked off. So.
Instigate sounds nothing like anything that would go in your mind.
Well, anything gate sounds dangerously pushing that envelope there. Like Watergate.
You gotta have a real. Oh, I was talking about Scott's mind, not yours.
Mastergate. What rhymes with Mastergate? Well, yeah.
All I know is I'm not going to buy or get on anything that starts with Titan. It's Titanic sunk. The Titan blew up or imploded, and it's.
What are you talking about DC Titans, like DC comic Titans? Oh, you're talking about the other Titan.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the football Titans.
Who wants to talk about that?
Which the Rams.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Watch. Here he was. I knew there. You cannot. You can't say anything without it turning into a Rams conversation.
Oh, I know, right? Like.
All right. Turn into Bucks report with you.
Yeah. When do you hear me talk about Bucks? What? What?
This is for
only time I talk about Bucks is when I talk about how bad the Rams suck.
That's okay? Sean. If Sean is looking or listening in, that's for him.
That is the best looking high school graduation.
I'm glad this is all tiny and I can't see a bit of it. I know he's probably flashing that damn ring of his.
Oh man.
Well, that's because you're on your damn phone. I'm on like a 21-inch screen.
Why don't you go see how much you can pawn that ring for?
They pay him to keep it. Like, we'll give you.
No, you keep it. We'll give you $50.
I paid $30 for it, and then I'm seeing on Facebook I could have bought it for $20.
Right. So it adds. It adds.
Teresa could have hooked you up with a good deal, man.
But it adds up. They'll give you $10 for it or they'll give you $10 to keep it at the pawn shop. You know, does it say here? Here's $10. Go away.
I'll sell you. I'll sell you one of the Bucks Super Bowl rings for 40.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a lot more than the Rams. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. You've worn a hat from like 2 years ago, man. You don't see me putting my Buccaneers championship hat on, do you? Like,
Here, is that better?
That's better.
That's for Johnny.
That's for John. Oh,
Baseball.
Is that for Johnny, or is that for Alec? Because he's a Cardinals fan too. Shout out to Alec Schomburg there.
Hey man, I'm gonna shock the world tonight, man. I'm gonna show you something I got.
Uh-oh.
Andrew's a Cardinals fan too.
Hold
I'm
on.
liking
I'm gonna have
this.
to take a ride. I'm gonna have to take you guys for a walk here real quick, okay? I gotta show you something I got here.
Okay.
Yeah, he can walk.
Shock the world.
He can walk in the dark now because his dog Spirit killed all the snakes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in Johnny's garage live here on. Oh, look at that!
Orioles.
Baltimore. Sean, where are you at, buddy? Get on here. I sent you the link. Look at that. Johnny is representing the Baltimore Orioles in Pittsburgh. Ooh, and Kiss. Look at that. Metallica, AC/DC. Oh my God! Look at those posters. Doodle-doo.
I didn't know that Kiss played their first concert in 1973 to 10 people.
What was their name before that was called Kiss?
I don't know.
Oh shit! I don't know either. Damn it!
Come
But I
on,
heard
viewers, help us out.
They had
I
a
just
different
asked
name.
questions. You guys got to answer. There's your trivia question for tonight.
I know, but that's a good one too.
See who the first one in the chat, because I can't see the chat. I don't have the chat here. See who the first
Right.
one in the chat is that can
Yeah.
answer that question.
Yeah. So the question is, what was the band Kiss's name before Kiss? If anybody knows, put it in the comments, please.
Was it
I'm not going to answer. Yeah.
looking at my
I'm not
long
gonna-
tongue?
No. It has to be kind of a unique name, I would think. I mean, something satanic.
It was weird as shit, dude. I'm telling you.
Weird. I was going to say something satanic.
Yeah,
Or,
they weren't going to get nowhere with that name. That's for sure.
is it the devil's asshole or? I don't know.
Megatron's butthole. How about
Was it the Demons?
that? No.
No. Okay. Let's
Was it
see.
Scott look like he's Googling right now?
No,
Kinda, yeah.
my hands are free.
You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
Off my
Well, I was hoping my little buddy would be here tonight, man, in his car, and we could just do the preview
Well,
of
Johnny-
our show that we're talking about doing, because
Johnny?
we're about to do.
Rub,
Huh?
rub that lamp, and make that wish, because guess what?
Is my
wish
buddy
has been-
here?
Yes, sir.
Your wish has been granted.
Live.
Look at
All
that.
right, all right. Tales from the driver's side. Here we go.
Damn, you need some light in there. All I can see is your teeth.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
He did not go there. He did not go there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hold
and
up.
you know where he's
Wait a
going?
minute. No.
Be out of here. Thank you, Scott, for tuning in.
All right.
Sean, we're gonna make this happen, man.
We're gonna do it. Absolutely. Hold up. I gotta charge my phone. Hold on. I'm gonna hop out. I'll hop back in.
Okay.
Damn, if I went out to my car, my wife would call the SWAT team.
My wife is just glad I'm out of the house right now.
And I don't have a wife, so I'm good. That's why I get to do this show every Friday nights.
Hey,
I
if
do a
you,
show whenever I want to, whenever I can find a host for it.
Yeah,
Hey, Ben, if
Scott,
you go out-
open up.
if you go out in the balcony and you yell, "I need a wife," you'll hear all these guys say, Oh, good. You can have mine.
How do you know he's got a balcony?
He's
Yeah,
got
how
to
do you know
have
that
it.
stuff?
He's got to have a deck or a balcony.
Why?
All apartments have that.
I live in a
Well,
house.
evidently not.
I live in a house.
Oh, you're in a house? I thought
Yep.
you were in an apartment.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Well, you got to have a deck on your house.
I have a backyard, but not a deck.
And many friends are buried back there.
No.
Oh my God.
No, I don't shit where I eat.
Where do
so-
you? He doesn't live in Skid Row in Los Angeles, dude. All right.
I
Although
thought-
he did say he was from Compton once.
yeah, I thought he said he was going
Yeah.
to Compton today.
Well,
For
not
more
today.
fertilizer. For more fertilizer.
Well, not
Sorry
today.
if any of the viewers are in Compton. I love you guys. You know, I live
Yes.
pretty close to East St. Louis, so
Straight out of Compton. Motherfucker named Ben Cornett. And the gang called, you know what, with attitude. Oh, man.
we need some more comments here, people. Let us know you're out there.
Yeah. It's okay. They'll come
Like-
in.
There's no
They'll come in.
There's no comments in the chat. What the hell's going on with you
Well, there
guys,
is.
man?
There is. There's a few.
I only see Facebook. I don't see YouTube.
Yeah. Well, let's give it some time. People, remember, it's Friday night. You know, people might be out. People might be coming home. They might be on their way home or on their way to somewhere. You know, might
do you
have
only
listening
see-
voice. What's that?
Scott just confused the hell out of me. How is he only seeing Facebook? Isn't he on the StreamYard?
Well, yeah, but you can see he's probably got his phone or something like on the Facebook as well. So
Oh, I
don't-
can't see
I
any
don't
chat
do
on here.
anything by phone.
Hmm.
Oh man, I
You
just
don't
put-
do
where
it.
the hell? Where the
He just
hell-
leaves it on vibrate all the friggin' time.
well, yeah, I know he has a vibrator, but
And I do keep my phone in my front pocket too.
oh, you don't keep it in the back pocket or
No, I keep it in my front
when
pocket.
it vibrates?
Oh,
That way,
God.
that way when it vibrates, I come to attention.
Oh.
Alex just popped his head up. Who's this now? Oh, Alec.
Hey, Alex.
Alec popped up.
Alec or Alex?
Alec. Both. Well, Alex and Alec.
Alec.
No, he won't.
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
There's a story to be told.
Don't ask and I won't tell.
There's a story to be told there.
Yeah.
No, he did not. He did not stay at my house during the first home game.
Well, that sounds convincing.
Yeah. I know he was there somewhere. I mean, did he sleep on that chair behind you or what?
No, the room was made up upstairs, and I bought all the stuff off of Amazon. There he is. Some
There
of
he
us
is.
have
Some
work
of us
tomorrow.
have work tomorrow.
Well, if you got
Well, then
work,
why are you
what
up?
are you doing here?
Yeah, why are you up? Why are you up? We
That made no
appreciate it, by the
sense,
way.
dude.
Yeah. But we do appreciate you popping in there for the comment. Thank you. Mr. Alex Schomber, he serves our country nicely.
Vigorously.
Vigorously, yes. Yes.
Vigorously.
And
There we go.
he'll be moving to Florida pretty soon. And that is great. He's from Florida. Alex says I'm supporting Ben's stream before I go to sleep. And thank you very much, Alex Schomber. I appreciate the support, my friend. Have a good day at work tomorrow.
And you're supporting
hopefully.
it very vigorously, Alec. We appreciate that.
Yes, and thank you for your service
I'm
as
going
always.
to clip this. I want to clip this piece so that nobody can say the word vigorously has never been used in context with Alex Shelmer.
Vigorously, that's a new word. There.
There you go.
Only when his schedule allows it will he be on.
That's fine. That's fine. He's already told us that. You know.
Yeah. He don't need to explain it, Alec. We got you, bud.
Yeah. But as of lately, I can't be on shows as of now. It's okay. No worries.
Okay.
You're here now.
Yeah, you're on a
Oh.
show. Your comments
your
are right
show,
there
dude.
on it.
Comments, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
hit the StreamYard link and come in and talk to us for a few minutes.
Oh, you're really gonna
honestly. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry, Alec. I gotta go here. Those comments were more comments than you've ever made on a show.
That's true.
Even when he's on screen.
Oh, I love you, bud.
There he goes.
I mean, on StreamYard. No, Scott, I'll pass.
Just so if you're a new viewer, Alec, there's Sean again. Alec,
Yep.
Alec's afraid of me.
Ooh.
That don't look like Sean. That looks like a W.
That's like a W. What's up, Sean? How you doing, man?
Doing well, gentlemen. How are we tonight?
Good.
I've been
Are we-
listening to you. You
No,
guys
the
are-
W stands for Witness Protection Program.
That's what it is. That's what
That
it
is
is.
exactly what it is. I am hiding out from Catherine. All right.
Oh boy.
If she is listening, this line might be cut. All right.
Oh, shit. You know what? I sent the link to her. Ah.
Oh,
Ben, Ben.
Of course. Of course.
Traitor.
I knew
I'm
it.
kidding.
I knew it, man.
Well,
Knew it was what
you know,
you.
I
And
gotta
two,
support
Judas.
the spouses, you know? Like, I
Wow.
mean, I gotta support the spouses, you know? I mean, behind every good man is a good woman, and
Why do you think he's single?
and
Why do you
behind,
think he's single?
and behind every
Unbelievable.
Alex Schomburg, there's another guy. So, no, I'm just kidding.
You know, I know you. Look, I know you're in Las Vegas, man, but that doesn't mean you can gamble with my relationship, buddy. All right.
I'm trying to be support. Come on, man. All right, we're buddies.
I don't want to
okay?
hear it, man.
I'm just
I don't want to hear it,
support.
buddy. I do not want to hear it.
Oh, by the way, ask Sean the update on the Orioles game.
Sean, you missed it, man. You missed my big
happened?
reveal.
6-1.
Yeah,
6
we're
to
playing
1.
tonight.
What?
Seattle. I think it's Seattle, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mariners.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sean, I walked
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh.
No. I saw you. I saw the garage. I saw that Baltimore.
There
I
you
like
go.
that.
Yeah. That
Next
is
to the
pretty cool.
ACGT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kiss.
And by the way, has there been any updates on that? Has anybody come up with that answer?
What's
the
what?
What was
Kids?
that?
the original name for Kiss, it was Kiss had a name for their band before the name Kiss. Do you know what that is, Sean?
Hold up.
He's
You gonna
Googling.
Google it?
He's Googling.
Yeah.
He said Scott sounded like the kid in the front row that was calling out somebody cheating off the paper. He's Googling. He's Googling.
Do I get any extra points for that?
Yeah, why not?
We ain't your second grade teacher, buddy. We're the guys that were sitting behind you cheating.
I still have my second. Well, I have all my grade school report cards. It's the best I ever did in school.
Yeah, you're a class.
Scott, man. Scott,
You're a
Scott,
class,
Scott.
buddy.
You like Scott's shirt? It looks like he's ready to barbecue some burgers, man. Look at that. Look at that nice
Well,
shirt.
I don't want to comment on his shirt, man, because then I'll go
What does
all
his shirt
political
say?
and shit.
What does the shirt say?
No,
Just
it's,
look
just-
at it.
Flag.
it's the American flag shirt. I'm just saying, he looks like he's ready to ask you,
Oh,
how
no.
would you like your burgers? You like a medium rare or medium or what?
Can't hear you guys. So give me a second.
Oh no.
Well,
I'm just
hey,
saying,
man, I'm going to go get back on my laptop, and I'll get back with you there. All right, guys.
Okay.
My phone's about to die here, so
It's,
Yeah.
I'm going to pull a Sean.
All right.
Sean bailed on me, man. Wait a minute. Why am I still here?
and you're
Yeah,
frozen too.
You're frozen, yeah. You little
shouldn't even be on
popsicle, you. Oh, now you're unfrozen. Look at that.
You know, if I worked at a burger joint, if I had my choice, it would be In-N-Out Burger because I love the
Oh.
old
Mm. Oh yeah, man. They make the fries fresh right in front of you. The potatoes, you put it in the potato cutter, and
That one was for Johnny.
oh, okay.
That
Sean, what's going on, man? Sean Spencer, are you in the house?
He
Earth
ghosted
to
us. Like Alex.
Sean. Well, I guess Sean's inactive right now. Okay.
I thought Alex was feeling better. He was going to join tonight.
No, he went on vacation. I guess some older couple offered him a drink, and they smiled at him. And
It took me a second there to go back to the memes that you put up.
yes.
Did you get those 2 reels I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like those?
I didn't check them out yet.
Oh, okay.
The show, and when I mean prepping, I mean just 2 minutes. That's pretty much it, because we don't have topics. So, so yeah, but no, I'll check them out later. I'll check them out later on.
I love those reels. Some of them I don't know how they get on Facebook.
Well, it looks like the missus has taken Sean off, busted him, so
Oh my
he may
God.
not be back tonight. Yeah, he may not be back tonight. But if he can get on again, we welcome him with open arms. So, Sean, hang in there, buddy.
So I guess there's no connubial bliss tonight.
I guess not. Yeah. Hopefully he's not in trouble. And hopefully I'll get invited back on his shows again. So.
He was probably yelling. She was probably yelling, Sean, where are you? Are you back on the podcast with those nasty boys?
And Ben.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
He escaped.
What's up, gentlemen?
Oh.
What's going on, gentlemen? What did I escape? What did I escape from?
From
From your plantation? Did I escape from your plantation? You lie?
I'm Jewish. I never had any slaves.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah.
That.
I parked my car. I am walking. Well, I'm not going to jaywalk, but I am walking across the street in Herndon, Virginia.
Herndon, Virginia, man. How's it out there tonight? In Herndon,
Not bad.
Virginia.
Nice breeze.
Like,
Man, it sound like aliens. Are you being invaded there or something?
Do you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Maybe Johnny's driving down there to come pick you up or something. That's why he got off the air for a minute.
I am prepared.
Don't be confused. If a Bronco comes up on you, he didn't buy a Bronco, so run.
Wow.
See, I'm trying to stay in the light.
And I think
what's going?
I think OJ finally got himself a nice car.
Oh my goodness gracious, man! Hey, he was a heck of a football player, and he had a hell of a movie career before the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
well, he had that other movie, that crime scene with the blood and the knife.
Yeah. Hey! I was always taught if the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
There you go. Rest in
And
peace,
so
Johnny.
I was preached. Yes, I was preached to that when I was younger. Like, and all of my family was like, "What?" And I was like, "What the?" It is funny.
Yeah, but all of us guys always claim shrinkage. So
What did I just step back into?
Oh, baby. Juice.
Sean, what the hell happened with the car, man? It can't be tells from the driver's side if you're walking. That ain't right. You're just making
look
another.
At you. You're inside. Oh, you're inside right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you were out of the car when I was in the car. You were sitting there in the house or whatever.
We made the debut appearance.
Okay.
Johnny,
Okay.
Cat kicked him out of the car. Told him to walk home after that. He found out that
I was gonna go somewhere like that.
No, too many people kept walking by the car and like looking in and looking at me, and I was like, all right, get out of
And Alec updated the baseball game. It's now 9-1.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we're not doing too great.
Orioles should be good, I bet. Look at
Hey,
Alex writing like hostage writing right there. Look at that.
Alex got something coming to him, bud.
Yeah.
All right. He's right though. He's right.
Okay, it's funny he has to work tomorrow, but yet he can comment on the show.
Yeah. That's how long now? 36 minutes. He could have been on the show.
Go
right?
down and again.
Yeah. Woo.
11 World Series championships. Try catching up, Sean.
Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. I thought I was done after football season with Oregon, North Carolina. And now all of a sudden I started saying, hey, Orioles are this. He has been attacking me. Can you go, Ben? Can you go to the video? Man. Ben, can you go back to the videotape of Monday night? I come on the show. I'm trying to, hey, what's going on, guys? And then immediately, Alec, oh, what happened? What's the Orioles? What's it? And just boom, boom, boom. It's like a chair shot.
It is.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
The guy, he just ambushes you everywhere you're at, man.
Yeah, I know. He's like obsessed with you. What is going on, man?
It's all right.
He just predicted that the Orioles will win a world championship in 2050.
Sean's going to get in good shape here, man, if he keeps this up.
Man, yo, this is every day. This is literally every day. Yeah. That's why I have a little bit of a belly, but I don't have a lot of a belly. I'm in great shape otherwise.
Man, you must have got a lousy parking spot.
I always park cross street.
Then you walk for it.
He said, Scott's worried about your parking spot.
Thank you, Scott. I appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, man.
What is this with Alex Chalmer now?
It all started with him chirping me back in December. Oh.
We've all chirped you since before December.
I did. I came after him. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but that's not nothing new. We've all done it.
Right.
I don't know why you're getting singled out.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
I'm walking inside.
Uh-oh.
Be very, very quiet.
She's still awake, damn it. Here we go. No, wow, she's wide awake. We are live here in the bedroom of Catherine Hughes.
Uh-oh.
Hey, look. You're not getting those videos. We're good.
This is anything goes.
Yeah, how about it?
There you go. Hey, you wanted that in-depth, up, right in your face, raw. You wanted that, Ben? Have at it, baby. That's for you, man.
Oh man!
Hey,
you could have been the next Kim and Ray J. You know, you could have been.
That's what I'm saying. That's what,
I'm hungry. So right.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're
Is that good night, Sean?
Froze. Yeah. You gave him the cold shoulder, and now he's froze.
Yep.
All right. Whew.
Oh,
that's how we live, man. That's how the other half lives, guys.
Yep.
We're currently with so our we're out of our air conditioning is shot right now.
Oh,
they said it was really low on Freon, and obviously it's super hot over here right after the rains. So we are dealing with a couple little 2-fan system right now. You know? Okay. So I'm being kicked out of the fan zone. Which way are you coming? Okay.
Yeah, you go sweat somewhere else.
I'm
buddy.
coming that way. You're right. I'm here in the this is the what we call the colored quarters. Here I have a blanket they leave on the air.
Uh-huh. Oh, nice blanket.
Nobody laughed at that. I'm just the way they said it, man.
I laughed.
I went, huh?
Come on, you're like that little kid in Mr. Mom, with the little snuggie and stuff.
That's right. I'm prepared. Look, my section is great.
Sean, you go
Here
down.
We go, baby.
You go down to 7-Eleven and get yourself 2 bags of ice and hang each bag of ice behind each fan.
He's still worried about the fans, man. You're already at the couch.
I'm sorry, Scott. What were you saying with the bags of ice? I've heard of that, right? You hang them by the fan and you let it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hot there, man. You get them storms and that humidity off the East Coast, man. Yep. It's almost as bad as Florida, right?
Say that again. Wait, say that again, Scott.
About the bags of ice. You go to 7-Eleven, you get 2 bags of ice, and you hang them from a rope, hanging behind the fan so it blows out the cold air from the ice. We used to do that when we went through the desert, headed out to California or Las Vegas, and the old cars used to have the little windows that you cranked open, and they came out at an angle, and you got air conditioning from going 55, and that used to blow the ice into you. And it worked. Of course, it was a smaller area for your place there. Best way to cool off is buy isopropyl alcohol and put it on your
Cold alcohol where?
Cold beer to,
No, that's not good. That'll dehydrate you.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why you gotta have have some water with that
too. Sean, do you have a balcony?
Huh?
Do you have a balcony?
Yeah.
No, he's setting up his sleeping quarters for the night.
This is my ice pillow that I'm gonna sleep on.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you little
cool. Snow, nice to see this. And then when it does finally melt, it'll be like kind of like like the stuff they put in the tip, a little jelly, nice something in the morning.
There you go.
Good to go.
Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? Make a GoFundMe page for Sean and new air conditioner. I mean, I don't want to see this dude live like this. Come on,
We're living good here. We're living good.
Okay.
You're in an apartment complex, aren't you?
Yeah, he's got a balcony.
Yeah, but he's in an apartment. He shouldn't have to pay for his air conditioner. That's the apartment complex's problem.
Oh no, they're coming to fix it.
Well, he told listen, here's a little bit of something I know for a fact. If they said it's low on Freon, that means there's a leak in it somewhere.
Probably
they're self-contained units, man. They're not supposed to leak. So I think he's just trying to blow smoke up your ass.
So you have to get a new one.
Make extra money. Make extra money.
Usually when you're on Freon, the pipe going inside to the A coil, it freezes up, and then the Freon burns, and it ruins the condenser and all that stuff. So they have to replace it all.
You know what, guys? This beer's empty. You know what that means?
I think you should refill that thing.
Yeah, I gotta refill that. I will be right back. And you guys have at it. So
you need to tie a towel around your refrigerator door and get yourself a dog and train it to go get you beer.
Well, no, my dog's
Have you done that, Scott? Have you ever done that? Oh, not me. I
did.
Beer.
I did with Spirit.
You did?
Beer, though.
All right. I'm gonna take these in the room.
I can't even train my dog not to bite people.
I had Spirit where she would go get her treats out of the refrigerator.
Well, I say to Rosie, I said, "What do you want?" She goes to the treat box.
Yes.
They said put ice.
And I can tell her, I can give her commands to do stuff like sit down, give me your paw, roll over, stuff like that. She won't do it. But you have a treat in your hand. She does it without you asking her, and she goes through each one.
So she's just being stubborn.
Now I guess I am, but I felt good. It might be like that, didn't it?
No, it's nice.
Yeah, but when you don't realize you're hot, it's not fair.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not normal.
La da 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 da.
Okay.
Andrew!
Okay.
Hey, Andrew. Have at it.
Get at it, Andrew.
What the hell did I step into?
Oh, man.
Hey.
You stepped into it. This is have at it. Anything goes.
Sorry about that.
I'm literally hey, me and Sean look alike right now.
Hey.
Are you gaming?
Let's go.
Since Andrew's here, does that mean
No, I just have these headphones on, but I will be gaming later. When are you playing Warzone? Did you already play?
I'm literally playing right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm shooting infidels.
Infidels.
Hey, hold on. I got an idea. Let me leave this game. I'll come back on one second.
Hey, where are you going?
Let's see if I can do this.
He's doing something with war games. He's gonna turn it off or pause the
Go
game.
get a beer and Andrew come on. God, I got bad timing.
Don't you?
Oh, Jesus.
I play
By the
those
way,
video
Look,
games.
Sean left too.
I play those video games. I get vertigo when I play them.
Oh, there he is.
How do you get vertigo when you play those games? I don't understand that.
Andrew, you had no show tonight, man.
Oh,
I was like ready to watch North Sports Dynasty, and like, oh, you didn't have a show tonight.
Yeah, I have to wait till Monday for prizes. So.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So what's going on now? What do we got going on? Oh, there he is. Okay. Bring him back.
Oh.
I gotta say, I was looking forward to North Sports Dynasty tonight, and there was no show. I was like, damn it.
You know, okay, here's the funny part. And this is because I saw your thing too about like, you know, don't care about the views. And at the end of the day, I don't care about the views. But I am trying to build North Sports Dynasty a little bit bigger. So anyway, so it's like the one time or I have a bunch of content, and this happens all the time in the business. Everybody knows this. The one time I have a bunch of content, nobody shows up. And then the one week I take it off because we're going to do the show on Monday. And then I have other people reach out to me and be like, hey, dude, what the hell, man? I love my Fridays. Where was your show? And I'm like, I just can't please everybody, can I?
No.
Except you.
Just your wife. That's all. You can only please your wife. So, yeah, that's it.
At the end of the day, though, Andrew, you got the vision, though.
Yep.
You got the vision, and the vision goes where it goes. So, don't wait on them, because I've been in that same boat, my guy, and I know where your mind is at. So, just keep needling, because I was at a point where I was like, nah. And then I finally got revived and talking and doing all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Keep doing
it's
it.
Just,
even if it's just you.
When I produce something,
I know.
When I produce these games and all these other things, it takes a lot out of me. So
yeah.
Oh.
I want to see a show on What Do You Fear?
On what?
What
That'll
do you
be
fear?
Monday. I'm gonna hit up Nick. I know Nick is at the he's at the concert right now in Chicago. Working with Wrigley.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah,
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Next time you see Nick, he's going to be wearing a cowboy hat and boots.
This Morgan Wallen, this country music nowadays is gross.
Oh yeah, it's pop. It's pop country.
Nick came off that last show and he was all hyped about country music, and I was like, oh God, here we go, a convert.
Taylor, he was a Swiftie, man. He was a Swiftie.
I know he went from Swiftie to cowboy.
Taylor Swift was country for the first two albums, and then like Teardrops on My Guitar is as country as it fucking gets. And then all of a sudden she was like, I've dated all the dudes in Hollywood and I don't like any of them. So I'm gonna make albums, make them seem like men. Bad men.
Right.
Fucking hate her.
Hey,
And
Andrew,
all it's gonna take. Guess what, Ben? Hold on. Sorry, one second.
Yeah,
This
okay.
video right here will
Yeah.
now go viral if one Swiftie sees it and uses this and be like,
Oh
"Look at
yeah. Oh
these little
yeah.
Oh,
sports
that's
people."
great. Yes. Oh man,
Anyway,
I hope
sorry,
so.
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
Scott.
and by the
No,
way,
that's
that
great.
kind of ties into the question, Ben.
What's that?
The name of the band before Kiss, that Kiss was before them.
Give it to me, Johnny. Give it to me. Oh, go ahead, Andrew. Can you get a guess?
Is it the Peter Stanley band?
No, they were called Wicked Lester.
Interesting.
Oh,
We can just, yeah.
that was my dad's name. I don't like that.
See, I
It
didn't
was?
go. See, I've been working on my other show as well. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna drop that, but I was studying a couple of bands, but I didn't go that far into like and I don't necessarily care for Kiss. Like, respect to the classics that they throw out there and stuff like that, but we all know that they're capitalists.
They're
and
stage, and that's it.
It's all it is. I
So
like
you're
the
more
bands.
of an ACDC guy, right?
I love
AC/DC, yeah. Highway
Now
to
here's the
Hell,
thing.
yeah.
I have a very controversial take. And like I respect the classics and stuff. Most AC/DC songs are basically the same, one way or another, and everybody kind of knows that. But it was one of their last albums that they did like 3-4 years ago, maybe. There's a song in there called "Shot in the Dark." Hands down, the best song they put out, in my opinion.
Isn't that a cover?
I'm not too sure. It might actually be, but man, the way that they do it and stuff like that, it was just like that. I was like, this. It was literally like, if it is a cover, it makes sense because it was almost like that song was made to sound like AC/DC.
Right.
Just like I respect the shit out of, because I'm also doing, and I don't want to give too much because I don't want to give too much about my show because I want to keep it a secret as much as possibly can. But everyone does kind of know that I am doing like a top 101 songs that to me of all time, not just like what like the top 101 songs are, but what my top 101 songs of all time.
Oh, there you go.
Are. And I literally had to go there today and I had to listen to all three versions that I love of Helter Skelter. And I do believe the one that I am going to go with is Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson's.
Yes.
Because I just
you
fucking
got my
adore
vote.
that.
You got my vote on that one.
That one's
I'm so glad you didn't go with the Beatles.
I do love the Beatles though, because if you look at a lot of music nowadays too, it's all rooted from the Beatles. It's respectively, it's mostly.
You got that split there with the blues and then the Beatles and shit.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of what built rock and roll was the mixture. Yeah.
Also, it's kind of off topic, but a bunch of these young dudes, and like I'm still young compared to the gents that I'm on the screen with, respectively. But in my youth and stuff, I still know a little bit about some of these bands that you gentlemen grew up with. And one of those things that I know about is Led Zeppelin. And one of these young dudes at my work is like, why haven't they got on tour? Why haven't they done some of this stuff? And I'm like, ooh, okay. First of all, where do we begin? I'm like, first of all, some members I believe are dead. I think one or two are dead, maybe three or whatever. Okay. Let alone from that. They start going on tour with any replacements whatsoever. And okay, it's Robert Plant and who else is alive? Bonham or whatever?
Yeah.
Bonhams, yeah. Okay, so the two worst ones are alive. Perfect. So they go on tour, and all of a sudden, because it's the internet, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, let's look up Led Zeppelin and stuff like that." They're going to realize that their drummer kept a 12-year-old girl in a basement until she was 14, then brought her on the tour bus, married her at 15, which inevitably was started by Rolling Stones and David Bowie, which created in that whole little inappropriateness created some icons that people look up to this day, such as Janis Joplin, aka the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac, Mrs. Cocaine herself, Stevie Nicks. Yeah. So the old days were this perfect.
She did go her own way though. She did go her own way.
And you can talk to her too.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time. Seriously.
Actually, it is funny if I'm not mistaken, because I do literally like just to show you like right there. That way, right there. That's the little top 101 songs thing right there. And I literally keep it for when I remember a song, and I'll be that I love, like one of my top songs, and I'll be like, oh yeah. And her, you can talk to me.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, buddy. Christopher Cole, thank you for tuning in. YouTube. Always a pleasure to have you on. I'm sorry, Andrew. Go ahead. I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Cole. Yeah.
No. I was just saying I got at least one Stevie Nicks song, and it's probably the more popular one. But I mean, still,
I just felt so bad for Mick Fleetwood, man, that I can't. I never could get into any of their other shit after that album came out.
You know, they need to, and this later on down, you know how Marvel is kind of like the popular thing now, that everybody wants the superheroes and all that kind of stuff. This, I think what the next, and this is going to sound weird, whatever, the next wave of that is going to be the reenactment, say TV shows and movies of beloved icons like movie stars and bands and artists and stuff like that. Like what Vinyl tried to do, like the show Vinyl on HBO, what they tried to do, where they showed like David Bowie and Led Zeppelin and implied the fact that Led Zeppelin was grooming girls in the show, like taking shots directly at Robert Plant. So I think what's going to happen later on is everyone eventually is going to see, you know, like the Axl Roses, and they'll be like, oh, cool, that was awesome. Kind of like what we see with some of these biopics now, like Bohemian Rhapsody and the Motley Crue one. But again, a little bit more in-depth and truthful with what some of these guys just did. And start from like the 50s, 60s, where some of those bands were like that we don't necessarily know, and you start hearing of, right? Like the Creedence Clearwater Band, whatever the hell they're called.
Clearwater Revival.
Thank you. Yeah. Early days, Ozzy Osbourne and
Black Sabbath.
Thank you. Like those bands, like that started like in the 60s, and how they started and how their influence. And then all of a sudden you can have Ozzy Osbourne, like a camera angle on him snorting in a room or whatever, right? And he turns and he goes, oh, what do you think, Jimmy? And then it's Jimmy Morrison. All of a sudden, just like random actor just comes in as Jimmy Morrison, does a line. And then all of a sudden we're introduced to Jimmy Morrison. You know what I mean? That's like your superhero, your new superhero jump from different ones. And then everyone's waiting for the big icons. They're like, okay, who's going to touch the Michael Jackson? Who's going to touch the Robert Plant? Who's going to touch the Stevie Nicks, the Chers, like all those other ones and stuff, and connect the universe, like keep it all going.
I want to see a deep dive into U2 and Bono, because they got to have skeletons in their closet, man. They've got to.
Well, they're assholes. They're complete. I mean, I respect to Bono the last couple of years. I think he's kind of realized he's a dick. And it's like, I'm not going to be alive forever. Fuck.
See,
the first people that did actually what you're talking about, they just opened themselves up and let everything out, was the Stones, man.
Yep.
Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and all that crap that happened with them, shooting up hotel rooms and stuff and shit. That was a crazy time with them guys, man.
Not only that, this was many years ago, but the Keith Richards autobiography came out, I would say probably 12, 13 to maybe 15 years ago now. And I was working with a close friend of mine, and he was reading that book when I was reading I don't know if anybody knows of a band called Lamb of God. It's more of a metal band.
Yep.
Okay. So the lead singer, when he accidentally killed the dude who jumped on stage, there's the whole book about it. It's a very big, I actually think it's over there. Something like that. But it's a very big book. Oh yeah, it is right here. It is. Hold on. It's a very big book, but yeah, I was reading that while he was reading the Keith Richards one, and Keith Richards literally has a paragraph or like a good page or two where he talks about him and his doctor talking about how he's allowed to do drugs, and his doctor's like, if I stop you from doing drugs, you'll die in 24 hours. So what we are going to do is you were literally going to keep doing drugs, but we're going to keep you alive. That's what's going to happen. And then you find out like that was heroin, because there's artists, and again, not to give too much away, but I am doing like top 10s of like drug uses allegedly, because you don't want anybody to come at you and stuff like that, and who used the most allegedly in Hollywood and stuff like that. And holy fuck, no one. There's people that come close to Keith Richards, but like we don't necessarily want to talk about not Francis Ford Coppola. Sorry, Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's the person I was going to name. You don't want to necessarily bring that guy's name up because of how much heroin was found in his hotel room when that guy died. But oh my god.
Well, I mean, Andrew, I mean, you know, with the rock bands and, you know, musicians like that are on the road all the time, it's not shocking. I mean, it's not it's just how much they do. I mean, you can find skeletons in anybody's.
You don't have to go on the road. You live in a town right now where you're loaded with those guys, man.
That's
there it is right there. Hey, Andrew, keep it up there for us. Keep it up there. I'll put it on the solo right there for anybody that.
Oh, nice.
Dark Days.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the Randy Bly when he did the murder and stuff like that.
One more time,
one.
Yeah. One more time. Yeah, put it up here. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, Dark Days. This is a good one. Like if you do like metal and stuff like that, you get appreciation for what like this guy had to go through. Like he was in jail for crying out loud in Prague, and they were like, "We don't give a fuck. Like fuck you. You killed somebody." So,
Midnight Express team.
Does Andrew get any money for that endorsement?
Oh God, no.
Speaking of endorsements,
speaking of crack,
endorsements, dude. The book I grabbed next. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, let me see.
Can't see it.
Yeah, I'm putting up the solo right
now.
Nostradamus, nice book.
Is that a full printing or is that just the predictions that were accurate? Because
this is just the depictions that were, this is the full depictions, all the depictions in the book.
Because he had like, it was 1 to every 10 predictions that was accurate. So he made a lot of predictions in his life.
I bet you he has the Kama Sutra too.
Actually, that's hilarious. Where is it? Where is it?
Oh,
it's right there.
There we go.
Right
Ask and you shall receive.
There it is, buddy.
Got him.
Hey,
Got
babe.
That makes many people to the chiropractor.
That's hilarious. It was even funny because I was like, this is one of my favorite collections right here. And I'm looking at it all and I'm like, what other cool ones do I got in here? Like,
when you go to your masseuse's office and the first thing you see is a Kama Sutra sitting on the table.
No, when I go to my masseuse,
Where's Sean?
How much?
Deshaun Watson.
When I go to my masseuse's office, the first thing I see on the wall is a Browns logo.
Yeah.
That's Al.
What is that one?
Necronomicon.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is another classic one. This is so H.P. Lovecraft and all of his little works and stuff like that, and all the weird Cthulhu stories and all that. In here.
The creator of all fantasy now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Andrew's got some cool books. There, man. Let's see that one.
Oh,
Hannibal. Oh,
that was a great book. Not such a great movie, but that was a great book.
I love the movie.
Well, I mean, the books are always going to be better than the movie.
Did you love the movie Hannibal, or did you love the movie Silence of the Lambs?
I liked them all.
Rum Diary.
Oh yeah,
guy's a
nut, man.
Heard of that one? Yeah.
Wasn't Hannibal the one where he was with his sister and the soldiers cannibalized his sister, made him soup?
Well, Hannibal took place before the Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
Yeah.
The storyline. Yeah.
That's where he first got his met up with that FBI guy and all that shit and all that.
That's my favorite book of all time.
Ready Player One. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I have not watched that.
It is way different than the actual movie. The movie does a very good on the concept, and Spielberg does a great job because when you see it, you'll understand. You're like, oh my God, a movie could never get the rights to all these people and all these characters. And you're right. It would cost an astronomical amount of money to create this movie the way that it wanted to be created. You would have to wait 101 years for literally everyone's copyright of everyone's character to be up to create this movie the way that it's supposed to be. So
by that time, ET2 will come out.
ET2. I went home and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever go through Sean's Facebook photos? He's got a picture of him with a hoodie on, and it's like this. And I put a caption. I said, "ET phone home."
Stalker alert.
Well, you don't be looking at your photos and on Facebook friend me.
Hey, don't scare off Sean now. Okay, come on, Scott.
No, he liked it. He laughed. He put ha ha.
Well, that's Stockholm syndrome, you know.
I'm assuming all of you gentlemen have read that one.
George Orwell.
Orwell, I have not.
1984, very good book.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was.
You watched the movie though, didn't you, Dan?
Cool.
Oh yes, but I got to read
Big
the book.
Brother
I'm
and
sure
all that
it's
shit?
a million times better than the movies. So, which books are always going to be better than the movies, no matter what. So
what you need to do is go out to Amazon right now,
Mhm.
take $10 out of your pocket, and buy Jim Melvin's Believe in Magic book.
Oh, put that up there, John. Put that up there. Do you have your book? Okay, I'm going to put it up there. Shout out to Jim Melvin, by the way. There it is. Believe in Magic.
First book is the Dark Circles Chronicles.
Nice.
That's the second series.
Okay, so he has the first series. So it's on Amazon right now, $10. Check it out, guys. Jim Melvin's a good friend of
Absolutely,
the show.
it's worth the purchase. Absolutely.
Just enter Jim Melvin in the search on Amazon, and it'll come up.
Right.
You read this book and you'll say, "J.K. who?" Fuck that bitch.
Hey,
J.K. Trans.
it wouldn't surprise me. Toplin.
J.K. Rowling should be ashamed of herself getting rich off of that shit.
Mm. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, this is
What do we
one.
got here?
This is one. I totally forgot about this. Check. So this one, you can't necessarily find this book from what I understand anymore. And everybody will know the name. It's Sigmund Freud on cocaine.
Yes. That's one of the first books I read well, not that exact book.
Yeah.
But it was one of the first books I read in college, man.
Very good book as well. It's
Dude,
cool
that is
because
that's gold right there, dude.
Yeah.
Right there.
It is.
Yes. Nice.
Now they're going to write a book called
The
Magic.
father of psychiatry, and you'll be shocked, dude. You'd be shocked.
Yeah.
And then of course, like I have like a whole section there of just like straight up cannabis books, and then this thing right here is full of books as well. And oh yeah.
You got growers guides and stuff?
Sorry?
Did you have growers guides and stuff?
Oh yeah. The thing actually, for a second there, I thought my grow bud. Oh, it's right here.
And everybody, let me remind everybody, keep your books.
Yes.
Because libraries are closing down.
They literally are.
They are.
Which, and also at the same time too, if
Yeah.
your libraries are closing down, when they go and they do close down, that means a lot of books do become available. What it would be best for people to do in that case is you go online, get a consensus top, say 10 books of all time, top 20 books of all time. Hell, even as dumb as it sounds, the Aaron Rodgers book club when he was on Pat McAfee, he had some great books on that collection as well. And if you do look at some of the lists that are like the greatest of all time, Kite Runner's on there. The Giver, Hatchet. My God, Devil in the White City. We're talking old classics too, and I'm obviously blanking on a few like Dune, shit like that. Like
Dune,
those are the
right.
books that you would want to go to your library and grab. And then, as dumb as this may sound too, grab the newest set of encyclopedias.
Yes.
Like that's
okay.
there's so many times where I just have not had the time to go and grab some people's encyclopedias, but like if you get anything from like 2015, 2018 and up, you're pretty much set for like a good 20 to 30 years. And it's knowledge the internet kind of does block out, I guess you would say, on it. Encyclopedias literally print off all the information you need right there. No blurs, no nothing, no pay to see, no anything.
Yeah.
There's a biography for Aaron Rodgers. The book is called Moby Dick.
Actually, so Moby Dick is actually probably one that would go on your top, like say, top 20.
If you don't have
books to
Herman or you don't have Herman on your top 10 list, then something's wrong with your reading habits.
Or if you don't have 1984, say like on like the top lists of like just like infamous books, even the first Harry Potter book, since we brought up J.K. Rowling, you know, you could kind of end it at Philosopher's Stone if you were just a person reading a one book. It would captivate you straight into Chamber of Secrets, though. I don't think how you would be able to stop. You know, you're like, wait, is it just what happens the next year at school? It's just like he dies. What? No, read the book. Like,
I like Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Steinbeck.
Huckleberry Finn is another one that's probably should be on there. There's another one, and I gotta remember what it is. My dad gave it to me back in the day.
Call of the Wild.
No, but that is a good one, and it was almost weird that it was kind of close on it. It's
Jack London.
No, it's a white gentleman and an Aboriginal. They're supposed to go camping or to like a work, and like back in the day before like the automobiles and stuff, and they get lost on a creek, and they kind of like learn with each other and stuff, and the whole like racism and the kind of survival thing. It's kind of around the time that Hatchet came out, but like it was a very, very powerful and just like very good book. Now I'm starting to think of other ones. The Outsiders is probably one that we would all put.
Oh, The Outsiders is one of my favorite books of all time. Yeah.
Yep.
I think essential reading. You have to read Huckleberry Finn too.
I agree. Same with even Moby Dick. Moby Dick would probably be up there.
Herman Melville was a great writer, dude. But so much of that shit is based in reality that it's great because he was actually on that ship. That's why he wrote that book. So.
I'm actually just going through some right now. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is literally the first one when I popped up the 50 greatest of all time.
Yeah. Thank God for Amazon, man. You can get these.
If you want to be
books.
a thinking person, War and Peace,
Yeah.
which is actually a romance, but it's a very in-depth romance.
Two that people people wouldn't think of obviously right off the bat until you got like into some scholars or some people who went to school, I guess you would say, is The Republic by Plato and Ulysses by James Joyce.
Ulysses is great.
Yeah, those are
care
books.
What era you're from? It's a great read.
Yes, it is. The Great Gatsby. Oh my God, how did we forget about The Great Gatsby?
Gatsby's
I didn't even see the name. I just saw the book title with the face there, and I was like, I know that book.
Yeah.
Oh, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, sometimes you just look at the book cover and you're like, yeah, I remember that, but you can't think of the name. You know, I feel you. I feel you. Like it's
the Quran is on here. Interesting.
The Quran,
Moby Dick or the Quran.
Moby
sorry.
Dick.
Yeah, Moby Dick. The Bible.
Right. Like, nothing wrong with that, man. Like, just read.
Nope.
Just read. Like,
You don't have to be religious to read the Bible. Read
No,
it as
it's true. That is very true.
Far more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not religious, you're just like, wait a second, what?
Exactly.
Let me dig into this. Yeah. I mean, there's all different kinds of Bible.
Oh, wow. To Kill a Mockingbird is number 1 on here, which is kind of cool. Catcher in the Rye. Yeah.
Oh, they've already burnt that book in Florida again.
Yep. Catcher in the Rye.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
really?
that one.
Political bullshit on there. Is that what it is?
Lord of the Flies.
Great
Classic.
book. Yep.
I'm waiting. Honestly, the movie before was good. Don't get me wrong, but a remake now with some of the child actors that they have out there in Hollywood would be amazing.
Oh man, the child actors today are
the
like
effects would be great. The special effects would be really good, but it's just the book just does so much. Just so much better. You can't.
But you could actually like get an island. You can do it Castaway style, where it seems a little bit more.
Yeah.
That was a good book too, by the way. You just mentioned
actually,
Island.
yes. Yeah. Wow. I did not. I'm just going through this list here, like as we're talking and stuff. And there's ones that like you've kind of Gone with the Wind, obviously. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a great one. One that I forgot, and I need to go get this book right now because I forgot. It's A Clockwork Orange.
I was just going to say that. I've got the DVD.
That's
that is not in your collection, Andrew. That I don't believe that.
It's
Clockwork
not.
Orange.
Clockwork Orange is a much better read than it was the movie, and the movie was groundbreaking. Okay.
Yeah.
But the book is so much more. As a lot of them are, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you can't say all of them because I've watched movies that I thought were better than the books they came from. So
yeah,
there's a balance there.
Yeah. I would say The Outsiders. The movie was just as good as the book. Even though, and I love the book, but The Outsiders.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree with that actually, because they shoved all these actors and actresses in there.
Yeah,
and then
they
you
weren't
topped
even
it
that
off.
known yet. Yeah.
Nope. You topped it off with a very and I say this because I'm gonna say this as honestly as I can. This woman made me into the man I am this day, but thank God for Diane Lane. Okay.
Oh,
thank fucking God for Diane Lane. Just the fact that she was like the love interest of that movie, I'm like, my good God, you are just fucking perfect.
Still is, man. Like, she's aged really well, dude.
She has not aged. She's like Jennifer Aniston. Why do you think Kim is my fiance?
Well, Jennifer Aniston, to be honest now, Jennifer Aniston is an alien, okay?
I mean, well, Kim is like an alien too. Kim is going to look like this when she's 50, 60 years old. It's going to blow my freaking mind too. Just like Jennifer Aniston and stuff. I see you looking at me too. Yes, I'm complimenting you on a live show. You're welcome.
No, come on. Jennifer Aniston.
They'll think you're robbing the cradle.
yeah. No, Diane Lane, dude. Diane Lane. My
Johnny,
gracious.
Johnny, that's what you got to do for your entertainment. That should be a good subject topic. Movies or book? What was better, the movie or the book? And you name off some.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a good one. No, I saw Life of Pi on here, and I'm like, what a great book.
The book was nowhere near as confusing as the movie.
Yeah, the movie
you read
definitely.
The book, I think you should have to read the book first before you watch the movie.
Yes,
the movie makes sense then. You know what I mean?
Because because when you get to the end of the movie, and he does the implication that is in the book of Richard Parker, it's not the same. Because in the book, if you are a first-time reader, you do not grasp that concept usually at all. And that's what that's why the book is usually used in school, is because a twist like that still to this day is unexplainable, because the answer literally is to you, the audience, the reader. It's whatever you think is you can believe that there were animals on a boat, because that whole entire book was based on there being all animals on that boat.
Yep.
Or you can believe that everyone was represented as an animal. Either which way, there is evidence to support both in that book and in the movie as well. That's the coolest part. Such a good movie though too. What's the Ang Lee, that director?
Yes, Ang Lee.
Because he did Memoirs of a Geisha. He did, and gonna catch some flack for this, but he did Brokeback Mountain, and all these movies that he has done is he has made Oscar-winning performances, especially with Memoirs of a Geisha. That people forget that geishas are literally hookers in Japan, and people forgot what they're going to watch this movie because they saw pink trees. Their wife saw a pink tree in Japan and heard the music. They're like, this is gonna be cute. They didn't think they were gonna see Japanese women getting abused. It's like, what the fuck?
Whoop. How did we get here?
That's like when I went.
Not the show, but I'm saying.
Yeah. That's like when I went to the movie Black Swan for the first time, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm an Oscars guy. This is a great movie. And then all of a sudden that scene happens, and you're just like,
yeah.
This is on the big screen too. This is amazing. No
Black
one
Swan,
has seen Black Swan.
I've only heard that term before I watched that movie.
No one. Johnny, have you seen Black Swan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ben?
Yep.
Okay. And Scott, you've seen. Okay.
In ballet, that's what a black swan means. You know what I mean? And I never knew that until I watched that movie and shit, and people were talking about it.
Kim's on the sideline like, oh yeah. I was actually I was going through this list too. I saw Life of Pi and I almost cried because I was like, fuck, that's one of my favorite books of all time.
Mm-hmm. I think that was Natalie Portman's best movie, Black Swan, in my opinion.
Dude, you started talking about top 100 lists for music, and now you've got me incited to do a top 100 list for books and movies, man.
Okay, hold on. Here's okay. I'm on this Natalie Portman thing that you just said.
Yeah.
The only pushback I give, and I'm trying to, where is it? Okay. She did amazing in Black Swan. She also did amazing in Jackie when she was Jackie Kennedy. And
That
just
was pretty good. Pretty good. I still like that. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. But I also like V for Vendetta.
Yes.
That's a good
V
movie.
for Vendetta.
That's a good
I
movie,
loved
yes.
her as whatever Star Wars episode that was. And they screw me up with the fucking rebranding, the prequels.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a great actress. Don't get me wrong. She's a very good
Amidala.
actress.
Was that The Professional she was in with a hitman when she was a little girl?
The Professionals.
The Professional. I'm looking at her movies right now.
Oh! With the French actor, the French actor guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking
How
about.
about The Professional?
The
Scott?
Professional.
Well, he's saying he has a girl he kidnaps or something, goes on a crime spree or something. Is that what you're?
No, he's a hitman, and her father is a drug dealer, and the police are
Heat.
No,
because she was in Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, recently, and I
don't
only
think
know
that was
this.
her though, man. I think that was a French girl.
Recently, I know this because Barstool, because KFC dude or whatever his name, does these little mini videos, and it just happened to pop up because I saw Natalie Portman trending. Natalie Portman's now ex-husband cheated on her with like this 25-year-old like French fucking enthusiast, like world. We need to save the world and the wastelands and stuff, which I also agree with, but I'm like, nah. Anyways, and the whole video was like, you cheated on this, and it just this whole all the performances she did, like all the pictures of her looking smoking hot. Then it was like, let alone the fact that she's got like degrees from fucking schools, man, that you wouldn't even believe. This woman is like the Tom Cruise of females. She is allowed to do shit that you couldn't even fathom, man. And I'm like, she deserves that. She deserves that.
Yeah, it was called The Professional, and the hitman was called Leon.
Yeah, the French guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I watched the movie. I can't.
Leon.
The movie is called The Professional. It was in
Well, was she in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
She played Matilda.
I thought that was a little French girl, man. She did a.
No,
Well, is that the youngest? Is that the first movie she made?
I think so, because it was like 93, 92,
94.
maybe 94, 95. Oh, was it 94? Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
Hey,
Kitty.
What you doing, buddy?
Look at big old Ben getting all soft about a kitty cat. As soon as he saw, kitty.
Yeah, she was in the Black Swan. She was in Thor.
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie was called Leon.
Yeah, I was just looking at her list of movies there too.
Star Wars, The Closer.
Yeah, you're right. Leon, yeah.
But she's done some like, basically the not so good Friends with Benefits movie.
Well, she is Thor now, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
He can hold his hammer. She's the only other person.
You don't like her as Thor, like the new Thor?
No. Listen, if they were gonna use any leading actress to like lead in the Marvel universe forward, they should have like put her in first. I think, just personally, but also they need to do not a soft reboot. They need to like. I joked about this at work. They just recently came out like yesterday or the day before that Deadpool 3 is going to have multiple variants of Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. So that led me to assume that there's many ways that we could interpret this. One, anybody who ever actually did audition to say be Deadpool, because if you know the story, the audition process was basically over the second that literally Ryan Reynolds just walked into someone's random audition, which we will not, I don't know who it is, and no one will actually say. And he just sat there and was being Deadpool. Like he was just like, he was sitting there, not mocking the dude, but being very rude because he was just like, is it my fucking turn yet? And it was literally like, they were like, okay, Ryan, we knew it was going to be you, but like this kind of.
I can't believe they actually auditioned anybody because it was Ryan Reynolds is the one that was pushed that movie in the first place.
And that's so they have to still do their due diligence. And that's the reason why Ryan Reynolds did the whole method acting. But I think anybody who was supposed to be in that like Deadpool possibility will probably be a variant in this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy that he just bought a soccer team is a Deadpool variant in this movie.
Rob McElhenney.
Thank you. Yeah, from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Love that show.
Great. Best show ever.
Yeah. It's just savage. His wife, I wouldn't be surprised, makes an appearance as well. As like a female Deadpool. Now, this is where it'd be getting cool. I think that because you need to, Ryan Reynolds is going to stay as Deadpool for at least 10, 15 years. And, maybe somebody else eventually can do it. Who knows? But Hugh Jackman is only doing this for this movie. So I think what they're going to do is in the variants is we are going to get our new Wolverine. And the other side of it that I've said is if the way that if Marvel wants to save this whole fucking universe, because I watched the first episode of Secret Invasions, and even then I was like,
I loved it.
I don't mind it. I don't want
to think of it as more Jason Bourne than Marvel.
Yes, and as a person who loves like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy and all those kind of spy movies too, where you like every word is different, I don't mind that, and I love that we got me some Marvel. I'm just like, I don't want to give in, just like I gave in to She-Hulk and stuff like that. Though I didn't mind the She-Hulk finale until you get like everything shoved in and like right at the end. And I'm like, but
that was the only part I really hated about She-Hulk.
Yes.
She-Hulk itself, after reading comic books all my life, pretty much, it's a comedy comic book.
Yep.
Okay.
And the little part, like the way that we have our squares right now and stuff that you see on the screen, it was really cool when she just like grabbed the thing, like pops out, like did that whole thing on the Disney Plus app. That was cool. That I was like, that I was really baked, and I'm like, you kids don't do that to me, please. I already got had by Kevin Spacey from what the White House movie there. No.
Sorry,
Kevin Spacey in WandaVision. No, I don't think that happened.
You know what I'm talking about.
What was I thinking?
The
was it Boardwalk Empire?
No, where he was the president and on Netflix, very big show until the whole accusations came out. And then Robin, the girl from Princess Bride, who was actually his wife in the show, ends up being the thing. Anyway, off topic a bit, that there's a scene, because if you watch that show, he addresses you, the audience, throughout like season 1 and season 2, but then season 3 starts off and he doesn't, like he's just not talking to you. So I am at House of Cards, thank you. And I'm sitting there at my old place. I get to episode 3 or 2. It was season 3, episode 3 or 2, one of the two. And I was sitting there baked, even in my head, because I really enjoyed the show, and I'm like, kind of like upset that he's not talking to me. Like, I need to know like what's going on. And then it's the scene, literally, when him in the mirror and he's looking this way, and then he goes, "Did you think I had forgotten about you?" Right at the camera. And I was just on my couch like, no.
Yes, I did. I was so mad at you.
Oh my God. Dude, for like 7 seconds of my life, I literally thought like that interaction had happened. I had chills and everything. I was like, I contemplated not smoking weed ever again. I was like, what? Because it made no sense at the time. Like in that like 7 seconds, I was like in my head, I'm like hoping he would talk to me. Then he does in the show, and I'm just like, I don't want to be part of this. But yeah, going back to the Deadpool situation, the way that they need to do it is they need to have like Deadpool, like after Ryan Reynolds has done all this crazy shit, probably hops through all these different worlds, grabbing different Hugh Jackmans who aren't even Wolverine, doesn't even know he's ever played Wolverine in these different worlds, and he's shooting these different Hugh Jackmans in the heads and stuff like that through all these different multiverses. And then it gets to the end of the movie where he's literally crying because he can't find Hugh Jackman and stuff like that, right? And he finally looks to us, like the audience, and he goes, "What have I done wrong? What has Kevin done wrong? Like, what the fuck is this universe that you, the fans of comics and stuff, have always loved? We can't have this." And then the fact that he'll realize that he's talking in third person, and he'll be like, it's us. we can control it. We can get it back. And then he's going to start hopping all these different universes, finding a universe where, say, the third person, the thing that She-Hulk uses, the thing that there's another one that has used in their shows and stuff, that third person-esque to us, the audience, being on the other side of that rift, that the two universes popping at each other and stuff like that, right? All of a sudden, he could use that where our universe in literal reality has none of these superheroes. They just have the actors. So he uses the other universe out there where all these actors are actually superheroes, which we're seeing in the movies and stuff like that.
Dude. Okay,
and now
dude.
everything gets reboot.
You just watched Black Mirror, didn't you?
Nope.
Season 7, episode 1. You just described the entire show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's what they need to do then. But then what you do is you take the favorites. So you go use social media. You find out through all these things that people have talked about. Like everyone loves Tom Holland Spider-Man. Okay. Everyone's literally waiting for now a Miles Morales live action. You can utilize that. You can utilize the fact that you have all these other characters that still have not been touched, the Fantastic Four, the X-Men and stuff like that. You can reboot the X-Men completely. Mm-hmm. Brand new actors and actresses. Just like that, a brand new Professor Xavier. You can literally use the storyline of Rogue, which I think is something they are actually going to do, where Rogue being right down the middle, where she is a anti-hero and a very good hero.
The person who killed Miss Marvel.
Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden she jumps back and forth from all these different things that she's done in the X-Men universe and with the rest of the Marvel universe and stuff, and they utilize her as almost like the villain as well, kind of like what they've done with the Scarlet Witch here, where she was the villain, but everybody still loves her because she had friends and family, and our Avengers don't know that because they have not seen that X-Men. Or like they did back in the old Secret Wars comic books, where the Fantastic Four were from a different universe, the Avengers were from a different universe, and your X-Men were from a different universe. So all of them butt heads. So you can have all three of these different universes of guys come crashing in all at once. And now we, the audience, who have been superhero, not deprived, the opposite of that.
Aficionados.
No,
aficionados.
We've been exhausted, superhero exhaustion from like just watching superhero movies and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden, you can literally do 1 or 2 projects a year because you're building up to, say, another 10, 20 years later, then you can do another. But that's the thing. You can do another big event like what Endgame was because you don't need the actors and actresses that you have now. You've built something else completely by doing this whole big reboot. Because if you keep stringing along these actors and actresses that you have right now, and keeping them contractually obligated and having to set up all these different areas and spending all this different money to keep secret all these movies, no one's going to give a fuck anymore. So all of a sudden,
but see, that continuity is the difference between Marvel and DC, and that's why Marvel's been so popular, is because you when you turn on Black Widow, you expect Scarlett Johansson until she's killed off.
Yep.
Same with Tony Stark.
Yep.
Robert Downey Jr. built the franchise because you had a familiar face every time you saw the show.
Yep. And he started. Go ahead, Ben. Go ahead.
Didn't Endgame leave something to be desired, though? Isn't there because I just feel like there's something missing. Like, what's her name? From the Guardians of the Galaxy. She went back down to wherever that was. She actually never got killed. I'm just waiting for her to come back a lot.
She is still in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Just a different
comic books. I guess,
yeah.
And that story has been written that way for a purpose. There's another story building there behind that.
Yeah, and a lot of the new storyline. Go ahead, Ben.
Well, no, I'm just saying, and I'll be honest, I'm a casual watcher, because I like listening to you guys. That's why I'm not really saying anything. Because again, I'm a casual comic book fan. I just feel like there's something missing. Like
that's what kills me about. Andrew's description makes plenty of sense.
Right. No,
I've been waiting 50 years for my comic books to come to life. And I know I don't have another friggin' 20 years.
Yep.
So I want as much as I can get now. You know what I mean?
So I agree with that. And I think the way they should also do it is because they teased and I hate the fact that it's Disney. The way that ratings back in the day, I just watched something as well where they talked about the ratings and how it was Raiders of the Lost Ark was the movie that made PG-13 possible because of the heart scene, taking the heart out of the chest scene and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Everything else was PG. That was a rated R scene. So they had to meet in the middle and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. Disney has really put a hinder on just some of the things that you can depict respectively. So for example, Civil War. Everyone knew that Cap and Iron Man were going to fight. And they did a good job for a minute when they are fighting in that area where in the comic books they kind of were fighting, depending on which comic book.
Well, they left out a whole scope there with Civil War. I mean, everybody was involved in that. It wasn't just, the Avenger teams. It was just everybody was involved.
So that's
Spider-Man
why
was involved in that in a big deal because his Aunt May died because of it. Remember?
Mm-hmm. So now what I think they need to do though, and I hate being that guy, but it's no different why we're all sitting here today with football logos in all of our screens, at least somewhere. Okay. We all love football because it hits. We all love basketball because it's physical. We all love hockey because it's physical. We don't watch baseball because it's not physical until some pitcher throws a fucking ball at someone's head and all hell breaks loose. I will tune in any day. But that's the thing. We're tuning in because there's some violence going on, respectively, right? There's things going on. That's what draws attention. All of a sudden give me a full movie. I don't want necessarily any character developments. I've had enough of it. I already know what happens with Spider-Man and Uncle Ben. You know what I mean? I already know what happens with Black Panther and that whole universe. And people like Johnny, for example, and some of the older gentlemen who, like what Johnny was just saying, he doesn't have necessarily that long left. That's where you can utilize that. Utilize the fact that you're going to put in some of these characters and there's not that much of a backstory. And these young people are going to go online and start asking questions. And it's the people like Johnny and Scott and some of these other folks who have read the comics and Eric Voss, because I love Eric Voss. Eric Voss is a great guy. If everybody wants to go actually watch these Easter egg breakdowns of movies that have just come out and stuff like that, Eric Voss is on it.
Yeah.
But these are the people that you would want to go to, where it's like, hey, can you tell me what comic or where I should start looking where She-Hulk did this or where these interactions between these two characters start happening, right? But in the movie, you can literally just have these guys going at villains for like 20 minutes. And then it's Thor being like, where the are the Guardians or something like that. And then all of a sudden pan to the Guardians being attacked on a spaceship that's literally just patrolling this world. And then all of us halfway through the movie are going to realize, wait a second, this isn't Earth. It's Battle World. And you don't have to say Battle World because people like Johnny in the theater are going to see little peaks and little things and little cracks that literally divide the whole planet. They're going to know. They're literally fighting on purple grass right now. And then on a futuristic looking thing that's literally a hop over, it's Battle World. You can do that. Leave some intrigue in the damn universe. Stop doing Echo and all this stuff to just bring all these character backs and give them character developments. They all don't need it.
Let me ask for everybody here, and I've always been curious about this question. Why do directors and writers not go fully by the comic book? Is it just time consuming? Is
it's
it
because
just
you don't want to rehash exact same thing over again, man. It's the same thing with books. You have to have artistic license in order to make it appealing to everybody, because somebody who's already read it, and that's something that irritates me with comic book fans. They complain so much if it ain't this, and this. You don't want it to be that. You want a reimagining of what you know, but you want it to be new to you also.
Yep.
Well,
also, here's one thing. On that topic, this is what I want from DC.
What?
The Bat Who Laughs.
I agree. But in James Gunn's universe,
I don't think they'll ever go that dark.
No, I think in James Gunn's universe, I think because the first act or whatever it's called Gods and Monsters. That's the route that they should have been going this whole entire time. Is we all know what the limitations of Batman are and stuff like that. We've all known that. But we've never gotten to see the limitations of what the actual gods are. That's why you can use Batman's storyline later on, where it's just like, I wonder how Batman's gonna get on par with Superman and stuff like that.
But
Right?
see, if they did the Bat Who Laughs, that will explain so much that people are always why they got to have so many Jokers. Bat Who Laughs explains it.
Yep.
It's the heart. There's a virus in the Joker's heart, and it jumps to whoever kills him.
Yep.
So
And the fact
Batman
that there's-
kills him, and he becomes the Joker, the Bat Who Laughs.
And the Three Jokers. I think I have the Three Jokers. The Three Jokers comic is really good too. And if they ever incorporate
Yeah,
that,
that's a good one.
That would be good for like the Matt Reeves universe.
Actually, I have that one right there.
I think I have that right over here too.
I have all 6 issues of it right there.
No, I was just curious, guys, why they don't. And I know what you're saying, Johnny. I just wish
Also,
some
that's
movies
what I
go exactly with what the comic or close to it. You know what I mean? Follow through.
And to
not
what-
stuff like that, but
to what you were
Good.
saying as well, like to literally what you were saying, like the whole like why can't studios do it? It's because one, Sony owned all the properties for like some of the storylines and still owns most of the storylines. Like they just have to relinquish Hulk and somebody else, right? So that's why you have this weird Spider-Man story going on, is because and I agree, because if you own something, so Ben, you own the rights of Spider-Man, okay? Nothing
Okay,
can
yeah.
happen on television or screen or anything like that with
Without
Spider-Man
my-
without
absolutely.
your consent, without you
Consent.
being paid. So that right there, what you have right there, that name is
Yeah.
valuable. The second that you put a price to that name and give it to, say, Disney, they
Mhm.
now control that name. And we all know that gets up 3 times, especially with these big companies when something like this happens. When
Unless you do like Marvel did with Universal.
yes,
Marvel owns all the Universal monsters,
yes,
like Frankenstein, Dracula,
Yep.
all those guys.
Yep.
But Universal keeps the right to produce to
Yep.
for not to produce the show, but to get it out in the public. Put it out
Yep.
way.
And they also do the same thing with it's not Paramount, but it's like 20th Century, I think it is. Like 20th Century did the Prey movie. Yeah, like they did the
Yeah,
Prey
yeah,
movie,
yeah, on
and
Hulu,
it's
yeah.
because Disney doesn't want that to be like the rated R movies to be under their umbrella necessarily, so they kind of push it to 20th Century. Though they're gonna fuck themselves eventually with that.
Well, they
Because-
own Touchstone Studios, and they used to put
Uh-huh.
their R stuff there. So I don't understand why would they even, unless it's just a financial thing where it costs too much to do it there that way,
Nah.
and they
Well,
just
they
leave
didn't
it.
make their money back with Disney Plus right off the bat either. They fucked
No.
that up.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say they put recently they put all the Deadpool movies on Disney Plus, the R-rated, movies.
Yep.
So I'm wondering, okay, why is Prey going to 26? Is it just more of a financial
Well,
issue?
I think they're going to bring it to Disney Plus because Disney Plus is. I told you before that Disney Plus and Hulu have this deal going on now.
Right? Yeah.
where
yeah.
they're going to separate from
Mhm.
the Disney Plus app, and they're going to have the Disney Hulu thing
Now-
going on.
Now, what kind of both of you were saying is to add that the Disney app has a way that you can have it set for just like PG-13 movies and stuff, and then all the rated
Yeah.
R movies are blocked. I never
Yeah.
knew that because I was trying to
That's
find Prey, and then so that's good. I like the way that they do that. If they just kept doing that on the app, like sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
The 20th Century Fox or whatever it is, that window is just so that they're allowed, like, because Disney, like, it's like there's what do you call it? I just watched an Eric Voss video about this too. When you look at Superman movies and Batman movies and stuff like that, there's always that executive producer or producer that's right there. And you're like, who the fuck is this kind of thing? It's the dude who owns the rights to that. That's the reason why, and I can't remember. Oh, Barbara Streisand's ex-barber, who turned out to be her husband, owns the rights to Superman. That's why every time Superman goes on a movie, you will see executive producer like Jerry Jones or whatever the fuck his name is and stuff
Right,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Every
right, yeah.
single time, though he is not a part of that movie whatsoever. It's
No,
the
he
same
just
thing.
owns that part. Yeah, he just
Yes.
owns the name.
And so there's other people that do the same thing, but add rules. So for example, the Mortal Kombat movie. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. And I understand they want to keep it as like a video game type movie. Though what I've always said is there was the YouTube short film thing that they did way back in the day where they showed like kind of like a character, a little bit of characteristics and character development, and them going one-on-one with each other and killing each other all the way through, kind of thing, in a Mortal Kombat type way, where it was really grounded and Christopher Nolan-esque. And I'm like, I would watch the crap out of that if you put is it James White, the guy that played Spawn?
Oh God,
Jay White,
Jay White, Jai,
yeah. So he was one of the characters in there, and I was like, okay, now like you have the right idea of people that you should be using, like real martial artists. That's why I was like, go get me Jet Li to play Sub-Zero or Scorpion, and then go get Tony Jaa to be the other one. Or if you want to keep it older, get Jackie Chan and Jet Li to be an old school version of that. But the problem is there has to be get over here every time Scorpion says a word. I can deal with that. That's fine. There has to be fatality every single time someone is killed. Every time. That is a big killer for me as a movie, because sometimes it doesn't necessarily need a fatality. And also the fact that it has to have they have to do the stance at the beginning of every single fight. That's why if you go back and watch the Mortal Kombat movie, they do it every single time. And it was kind of like,
it was still, that said,
it was fun.
You're right. It was still the best of their attempts at Mortal Kombat so far.
I like the first one. I really do. I like all those 90 movies that should have been like blockbusters that failed, like Waterworld and Wild Wild West and
I love
Street Fighter movie.
Another topic, like movies that should have been blockbuster movies.
I just did that topic. Actually, I just wrote an article on that topic. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay. Never mind.
Waterworld's a big one, like especially Waterworld. Oh my God. I watched a documentary about how much money kept going into there because Kevin Costner was just like, did you not see how much money I made on Robin Hood? I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want to hear anything about it.
$175 million.
And it did not gross that well, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's still a good movie. I like the movie. Kim Coates' part in it, the guy, Tig from Sons of Anarchy, where he's like, it's not for sale. And he goes, oh, not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. Everything has price, paper. I have paper.
I got to figure out how streaming revenue works for these shows that are into the streaming systems now, because they're getting royalties for these streaming shows every view. Yeah. So it's funny. I don't understand how that works really yet.
It's funny because it changed before, like when it was just Netflix. Because think back when Netflix just became popular and stuff like that, right? And they didn't even have any originals. It was just them grabbing like the Misfits was a big one that started coming over here, like the original OG.
Daredevil's what really pushed Netflix then.
So like those old OGs and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden they started doing their so I guess you would say before Daredevil, because then they started getting these rights to original movies. So like Bright, the Bird Box, the Sandra Bullock movie there. I'm trying to
Bird Box.
It was Bird Box. Okay. So certain movies like that, what happens is in Hollywood, writers and screen guys, they create all these different stories, and even stories that have already existed. They just take like a book, like fucking 1984, and they, we're gonna do 1984, but with boobs and shit. And all of a sudden, Warner Brothers is like, go on. So like that's what they do. Is all these big heads sit there from all these big studios every single year, and some of these guys got to filter these ideas through, and they pick some here and there, and that's why most of the studios are just buying into these big, franchises that everybody loves now. And they don't give the little movies away. So Netflix came in with a little bit of movie budget and a studio, and was like, let's see what we can do. And then all of a sudden, the fact that you didn't have to go to the movies, that these movies dropped on Netflix, they were original, and it felt special to the subscriber. That's why all of a sudden Netflix became really, really big, is to watch these movies. You actually had to go to Netflix. So everybody subscribed. They upped it up a little bit, which was fine. We all kind of knew that was going to happen. And then they literally, they started buying, it was like cops and wizards and fairies and stuff. And every studio is going to be like, no, I'm not doing this. Netflix was like, fuck it. Bright made them almost how many?
Speaking of which,
go ahead.
The Witcher Part 3 comes out next Thursday.
There you go. And then, top it all off. Then all of a sudden Netflix starts getting into the real game. They buy original works for Daredevil. They get The Witcher. The Kingdom, which was a good one there for a little bit. Like just these original works that did so good. The Umbrella Academy, even these are, now I'm just throwing some that I haven't even seen too that I just know have done good, like the Umbrella Academy, Dark, the one that you just said earlier there, Johnny.
Witcher, Daredevil.
No, the one that you said that I was talking about. I basically said the episode to a T. Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Yeah.
Black Mirror. Like all those started like because even when they did Bandersnatch, everybody liked it. Like the concept of reading one of those books where you pick where you go in the book. Now doing it for like an actual show, I was like, that's cool. I like that. Like you really tripped me out. Netflix then like took all these different ideas that were rejected and have now utilized that rejection to create what they have. And now they're a staple. They are nominated in the Oscars now. Like they did Manchester by the Sea, which I'm not going to lie. If you guys want to cry, go watch Manchester by the Sea. Casey Affleck deserves his Oscar. Michelle Williams should have gotten an Oscar for that. But my God, Netflix had no business getting the rights to a movie about some dude having a drinking problem, and you don't know why until the very end of the movie when his ex-wife talks about how all their kids died. And let me tell you what, when you think it's done, it just keeps getting worse and worse, and you just are crying and crying. And it was like, it's a simple concept. It was such a simple concept, a simple
modern day Job.
Yes. It was so simple. It like the Charlie Chapmans and stuff like that of back in the day. The simplicity is what drove Netflix into what they are now.
Not only that, they also made a point of reviving shows that were cut from broadcast.
That's
now,
yes.
I have an issue with that because they need to go back to that instead of because the streaming sites are cutting shows way too soon. They give them a season or 2 seasons at most now, and they start cutting them. And this has created a problem. You have so many shows out there on streaming sites now. It takes a while to get to one of those.
And some of those shows don't deserve the 7 seasons that they get, right?
I say 4 seasons for every show at least because it's going to take time for viewers to find the show in the first place. Thousands and thousands of shows on these streaming sites.
Bloodline is one that I use all the time. I'm like, Bloodline could have been 2 seasons, and I would have called that one of the greatest shows of all time. Like honestly, like that was the way that the first. Sorry,
how many seasons?
3. It's 3, but the third one it drags. They could have ended it like in 1 episode, and I would have been like greatest show of all time. Like this is really good. The concept of it and stuff like that. What's that one that's it keeps going and going and going and going?
What was Stranger Things?
The Stranger Things is good. Stranger Things.
I didn't like the first 2 seasons of it. I didn't get into it until the 3rd season.
Slow though. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
I
got the concept. I watched enough of them to get the concept, and season 3 was perfect for me to step into.
So Stranger Things is, and it's funny because in the show that I'm doing, Stranger Things actually has like its own little section of one of the episodes that I'm doing because Stranger Things actually holds a special place in Kim and I's hearts. Because before we got this place, and we don't own this place, we're just renting. But before we got this place, and we were at this place, we were with her mom for a bit, and we had this little thumb drive because we didn't have anything. Like we were just figuring everything out, and all the stuff was packed, and we had to watch her mom's dogs. And so her mom went out. Can't remember for a few days. And we took the thumb drive, and the only thing that I can get at the time was Stranger Things because we were talking about it and stuff. And so I downloaded it, and I got it just before we went there, and it was like 10:30 at night. And like, let's pop one on since we're bored and shit like that, and we'll just see how it is. The first episode, okay, done. Second episode, whatever. We get to the 3rd episode where she's got the lights on the wall, and it does the RUN, and Buddy Kai comes right out of the wall. Done. We're in. Okay, let's go. 4:30 in the morning. We realize we have one more episode to go, and we look at each other. We're like, let's just go the fuck to bed. Just go to bed.
Can't do it.
We'll wake up, kind of thing, right? It's 4:30. 4:30 we say this. We wake up at 9:30. By 9:50, the last episode was on to finish. And we finished it. And when we did it, we were like, this was an amazing show. And then we actually, kind of the opposite. Season 2, we were like, this is still good. Season 3 was like, okay, not bad, blah blah blah. But this last,
but it did have a good ending with Hopper.
It did.
Going, ended up going in that section there
now,
and then going.
This season that just passed is the first time in my life where they did the twist with Vecna kind of thing, and then they did the twist again with the same character. Because I'm gonna try not to like do too much like of it, but then like you start like the first twist, I was like, oh, did not see that coming. I'm like, well played, like here we go. And then when it's like that person, but then that person ends up being what we were, and I was like, I'm like, wait. So then you start realizing as like a fan of the show, you're like, wait, so do they go all the way? And then right away they show you that. I was like,
well, my favorite scene in that movie was Max, because remember she was stuck in Vecna. And I mean, Max, let me tell you, and you know what it talked about, right? Suicidal thought, and let this demon just control her. She wouldn't do it. So
has she not become a great actress, by the way?
She's Sadie Sink. She's incredible, dude. She's my favorite character on there.
In The Whale, when the Brendan Fraser movie there, she's the daughter of Brendan Fraser. She does a great job in that too. Like,
I've been seeing her in a lot of stuff, man, and she's amazing. She really is.
I would take there's 3 performances of, I say ladies now, but of ladies around that age that the Oscars is looked at. And her performance should have, obviously, in The Whale. I think it's Abigail Brigale or whatever her name is from Little Miss Sunshine, where she won Best Actress way back in the day there as well. And then Katie Seyfried, the girl that's dating Josh Allen there, Hawkeye, the new Hawkeye there.
Oh yeah, she's badass.
So she won an Oscar when she was like 14 for Best Actress, and I was like, what? And then I go back and I look, she won for True Grit. The Jeff Daniels. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And I'm like, the fact that and I can't remember her name now, but our little redhead that we were talking about there.
Max, Sadie Sink.
Yes, she deserves a little bit more recognition for literally that scene. Like me and Kim, when that was done, like if I'm not mistaken, that scene finishes and then the episode keeps going. We paused because I was crying. She was crying. The music is so perfect for that scene. And like, I feel it. Like I can feel it right now because I'm literally looking at the scene in my head when she's going to that fucking portal and Vecna's trying to throw it. I was like, man. And that, like, how do you top that though in season 5? Like that was the big one.
That'd be the question. Yeah, that's going to be the question. I mean, now she's the one ended up in the hospital, right? Or was that she's in the hospital?
Because she was getting all squished up and stuff.
Well, the one, and then Eddie passing away. He was one of my favorite characters in season 4. You know how he was just
bad take.
Looked back. Go ahead.
Bad take on my part, and I apologize for the Eddie Munson part because everybody, that for what was it, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the finale, after the running up that run up the hill there song came out. That was trending. That was big. Everybody's getting ready for the finale because they see Munson with the guitar. And I understand the song and I understand the concept and stuff like that. But it was like, if you, not Master Puppets. And it was like, if you're trying to literally top the run up the hill scene and try to captivate like audiences like me, like metal junkies and stuff like that. I'm like, even then I'm like, like, this is cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Right. It would have been a little bit better if it was like all the speakers, like make it like look ridiculous. That would have been cool. But that scene was the best. And like, you can't try and top it with Master of Puppets like that. And I understand the whole music thing. And I love what they do with the music in Stranger Things, but I was like, it just felt like it was almost deflated. Cause like, if you're going to, as an audience, if my TV's set to 30, when I go to play that, like that scene plays out, my volume instantly without me touching it needs to go to 50 every single time Master of Puppets starts off for that scene in order to have any sort of relevance or impact to what that other one is.
Right. Well, you were disappointed in that part, right? More than like, wow, okay. Okay.
No, his death was like I was just like, oh fuck, like, I don't think like he's coming. I don't know, he's coming back, but
especially when Dustin told his father that when he was looking for that putting that missing person sign that got me.
Oh,
that
buddy,
really, then
Dustin
gave him the chain, the little necklace chain. Yeah, I was like, I lost it.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
What did you guys think of Wednesday?
I enjoyed
it. Good.
Really good. Kim was right into it.
Did you guys watch Sweet Tooth?
I've been
I didn't.
Sweet Tooth is a pretty good movie. I was going to just scroll past it, but Tracy wanted to watch it, so I sat down and I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch a girl's movie.
And I told you
it was pretty damn good. It shocked me. It surprised the hell out of me. So
what was that, Scott?
Kenny Ortega is a great actress.
I told Johnny you should watch Sweet Tooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I watched Sweet Tooth before I knew you, man.
I just finished John Wick 4 last night.
Did you?
Is it good?
Any reviews? Non-spoiler reviews, I guess.
There is a card game that they play in that game. Not even the fuck the Texas Hold'em bullshit in the game of cheating, whatever the hell that was. That was cool. There's 3 major like fight scenes in that movie and stuff, and they're all absolutely fucking everything you could ever ask for. But there is a card game, and I'm going to choose my words here. There's a card game that John Wick and another person has to play, and I'm just like, if everyone in life, when they have a disagreement or their need to find, when you're trying to find the middle ground of something, like you argue about a take and stuff like that, you both have right points and stuff like that. But and if both of you combine all those points into one take, it would be a fucking fantastic take kind of thing.
Yep.
They do a card game in this that is almost the equivalent of situations like that. And I want every last card in that area that they have there. And I want to use them on shows. Like, I want to literally send replicas to everybody that does sports shows. And anytime we get into a disagreement or whatever, those fucking cards come out. And I'll stop there because the sound of them being flipped made, and I'm part of my words, made me horny. Okay. Like, oh my God, just them flipping on the table. I was like, this is old school and I love it. Oh my God.
That's a
Must
good
have been
concept.
strip poker.
Sorry?
Must have been strip poker. All right,
guys, I'm gonna have to cut out, man. It's 12:30.
Yeah, and on that note, we have gone over 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, but I cannot let you guys go until you promote yourselves. I'll start with Andrew. Sir, where can we find you at, my man?
I do North Sports Dynasty. I'm 1/5 of the host of North Sports Dynasty for all the sports nerds out there. Everybody's welcome to come on Friday nights. Obviously, we didn't do a show tonight because we're trying to get all the hosts back together, but a couple of them are busy, and that's just the way it goes. So we're moving the show to Monday just for this week, or next week, obviously. We're going to have a Monday show and a Friday show. We'll have, obviously, Sid, Alex, Chris, and Kyle all on Monday, so it'll be a big show that everybody can tune into. And then on Friday, we'll have a couple of guests. There'll be special guests. And for me, I'm going to go shoot people on a video game. I was going to say in the head and keep going with that, but I was like, I should probably say video game first before the American government. This is like, what did you just say, Canadian?
The FBI be in contact with
international
the police and stuff. Hey,
Trudeau calls my phone
in Canada. There, just wanting to shoot people.
And Trudeau is just like, you can't say that, dude. But Biden woke up, and you know how sleepy Biden gets and shit. So, anyways, thank you for having me on, guys. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Have a good night, man.
Good night, man. Take care.
Peace.
All right. Peace. Mr. Thaler. Where can we find you?
I don't have a show. The Bachelorette comes on June 26th. I'll be watching that.
Okay.
And I'm just about ready to pass out.
Well, turn on that pass out.
Yeah.
Watch some Big Bang and fall asleep.
Pornhub.
No, Big Bang. Sheldon, Leonard, Penny.
It's the Big Bang.
Sorry, you said Big Bang. God. Never mind. I won't assume anymore. Alrighty.
He is Johnny. He has trigger words. We got to be careful of that.
I know, man. Oh, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
I will be. Me and Sean Spencer are going to be trying to make a new show called, I believe it's Tales from the Driver's Side. That's all I can say about it right now because we're still in the developmental stage of it, and it should be interesting.
All right, I cannot wait for that. I'm sure you guys are going to
Thursday night, of course.
Well, Thursday, of course, yes. Good show, but we do miss Mr. Alex Loosemore. We want him back next week so we can have
absolutely
a better show because he makes the show, guys. He really does. Shout out to him, and shout out to everybody who came on here tonight. Thanks for the comments. Appreciate that, and please like, share, and subscribe to my social media handles here that are right above me there. So everybody, great night tonight. Have a good weekend, and we will see you guys next time on Have At It. And that'll be episode 28. So
28
we'll see you then.
episodes. Yeah. Wow.
I know, man. We're at 27
We're
now.
halfway there, man.
Almost. Almost. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we will have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time on Have At It.